Welcome, my Hebrew brothers and sisters. Aroma Nata Rasa Basha, King Basha, heir to the throne of the house of Basha. Welcome to the HOB House of Basha. I have been approached in many ways asking Brother Basha, how do you see the world ending today? There have been many prophecies. There have been many individuals who are theologists who have came with many theories saying that the world would end in a spectacular way. There are many beliefs, my brothers and sisters, upon this planet called Earth, the encircled ring of a ground with the embodiment of dirt and water and many elements. But the one true thing is certain and factual. The world is not tied in with other means and aspects of another person's and being's life. That we are the encirclement of life, but we are not the encirclement of the universe or the solar system or the world. Let me explain. When an individual dies, that individual world has just ended. My world continues. My life continues to grow. When I die, the world doesn't stop spinning. The world continues to form and circle in its cycle. No one life stands still. And if life stands still, it's only for a temporary fraction of a moment. It has nothing to do with the continuing cycle of the universe of all elements. I am but a minute in this big sea of life. The Bible does express, though, how each nation or each power came to an end. And maybe during the time of ruling, that particular power of that particular nation or dynasty or empire saw themselves such great beings that they calculated themselves as being a part of what the world is. The Mayans calendar or the Aztec calendar said that there would be something catastrophic that would happen in the year 2000 and neon, that the world became so chaotic that they start stocking and supplying for this big astronomical effect upon mankind. It's been predicted by Nostradamus that Y2K will bring an end to a digital age or a digital or a ruling empire, that mankind has went crazy stocking up water and supply. And I don't understand mankind today. If the world is ending, what good is it for you to stock up water and food and supply, protein and nutrients, when the world has ended? Has history not taught you anything? The Big Boom theory, the Big Bang theory, the planets exploding and going into some microchips or miniature fragments that floats around into the universe. When did they have time to live and survive off the nutrients and water that they stock and use as a supply and source of means of survival? I'm a little discombobulated when I hear man say the world is ending and yet they stock up nutrients, supplies of water and protein. I guess it goes back to that point that I made before in my prior video. Why do you visit the grave? Don't you say that your loved ones is in heaven? Then why do you put flowers on the grave and visit and mourn at the grave when that body is just a shell? Let me get back to here. Ponder that thought. If mankind believes that the world will end, you should prepare another way than to prepare with the means of surviving by eating. You've done that all your life. What did that get you? Here, let's go to a scripture. Peter 2, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 says, "But the day of the Lord will come like a thief. And then the heavens will pass away with a roar, and the heavenly bodies will be burnt up and dissolved in the earth, and the works that are done on it will be exposed." Let me read that again, because sometimes I get a little excited. "But the day of the Lord will come that like a thief. The heavens will disappear with a roar. The elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything in it will be laid to bare." I hope that makes better sense. Reading that is kind of emotional to me. Basically, the Son of God will come like a thief in the night, as we all say this parable. And the heavens will disappear. There will be this great sound like a roar of a lamb. The elements and all that are embodied in the earth will be destroyed by fire. And the earth and everything in it will be laid bare, naked. Once again, I'm a little confused. How great would your supplements be to you if the world is ending? As I mentioned before in my discussion, Egypt was a great nation, great dynasty, great empire. Let's take that in the scales of life. Egypt was a great country, great nation, a great empire, a great dynasty. Okay? The city of Atlantis was great in its time, a great dynasty. But the verse mentions the one thing that mankind has not placed ear and factual evidence to, because they're too busy running amok. The scripture says, "But the day of the Lord will come like a thief." A thief is when man is not aware of his entering into your domain or into your presence. I don't know many of you, but we are not aware of the thief until the thief has made itself known and made itself present. And how shocking do we look during that time and in that hour? The heavens will disappear with a roar. It says in this verse that there will be no more heavenly body. It would disappear with a roar. And it's not saying that heaven itself will be destroyed. It said it would simply vanish. I know you all are getting out your many books and your supporting literature and your other sources of evidence to support what I'm reading here in scripture. Once again, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But that's okay. Let's continue to read. The elements will be destroyed by fire. The elements, let's name the elements. See, that's the key to this scripture. You all know the group earth, wind, and fire. But in true terms, there are many elements. But there are four major elements. There's the earth, of course. The earth is the dirt, the soil in which you stand on. The planet is the circle that goes around what we call this dirt, this soil, earth. That's why we get the term planet Earth. For many of you who was not aware of that. Planet Earth, the circle, the soil, the foundation. Planet is the circle, the soil is the earth. So earth is the first element. Who can name me the second element? I'm listening. Wind. Wind, correct. There's another element. A third, I'm listening. Fire. Wow, you're pretty good. What's the fourth? Good. Water. Water is an element. Now let's take a look into the past history as we know it to be. See, this is not a hypothetical guess or a hypothesis. This is something that is factual. I had a scientist tell me there's nothing ever proven in science. All things are theory. It's a hypothetical or hypothesis. Hypothesis is when you give an educated guess. I'm confused on what guess is educated because anything that's guess is ignorant. So if you're guessing, that means you're uncertain. But what makes it educated? Think about that. Ponder that thought. Okay. Factual. There have been great empires and dynasties destroyed by elements. And that's one reason I read to you 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. Let's look at Egypt. What element would you say destroyed Egypt? I'm listening. Good. Earth engulfed the entirety of Egypt and swallowed it and buried it beneath the sands of its existence. That to understand Egypt and to study Egypt, you must dig beneath the soils to find its existence. Wow. It's been wiped off the face of the earth by its own means of its elements. Ponder that. Let's look at the city of Atlantis. What destroyed the city of Atlantis? I'm listening. Good. In research of what is called a city of Atlantis, they look beneath the ocean's shore. Water been another element. I know they're saying, oh my God, this Basha character, he's way off. I know. But in fact, for you to be so close-minded and narrow-minded, you are way off. Water swallowed an entire civilization. Something catastrophic, and I can basically get into that with you, what actually did that on both ends. I can basically explain to you what destroyed Egypt, how the city of Atlantis was destroyed. All information is actually given to you with the study of the stars. I know that's kind of wild, but you follow the North Star to find life. When you're lost, you go to the North Star to find civilization. The stars determine the seasons. Wow. And the stars, looking towards the stars, determines the expectancies of destructions. I know. But it's not stars that gave me this information. I am led by the Spirit and the intelligence and intellect of my God. The God of the Hebrews, the God of my forefathers, the God of my people, the God of my ancestors. All information that I know is given to me in light of him. I take no credit. First thing said. So we know that earth destroyed Egypt. And we know that water engulfed the city of Atlantis. There's only two elements left. And what are they? Wow. Wind and fire. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 says that, but the day of the Lord will come like a thief. The heavens will disappear with roar, and the elements will be destroyed by fire. And the earth and everything in it will be laid bare. Wow. There's a third element. Shocking, isn't it? If you want to know the path in which life follows, follow the elements. Now, there's only one other nation that is so great amongst mankind with the whisper of an ear, and we follow that whisper and we believe in it. Whisper. And we all believe that it will be destroyed by fire, and we know that. So you have to ask yourself the question, who's the ruler or who's the head of mankind today, as in the days to pass? And what faith will fall upon that? See, when I say this, it's to say that world does not end, but an age will come to an end. And that's what the scripture says, that an age will come to an end. The age of the water, the age of the earth. It says this in scripture. Because one age ends, mankind is not destroyed. Even after the great flood, mankind prevailed. Mankind lived. Mankind existed. Another civilization rised amongst all life that buried waste. And civilization, mankind itself, will rise out of the ashes of this great destruction. The age will come to an end, not the world. Okay? When Egypt passed away, man still lived. It gave way to another civilization. When the city of Atlantis flooded away, mankind did not die. Mankind rise, and it gave way to Egypt. And as Egypt gave way to a new civilization. And this age would come to an end. And it would end by fire. And the next age would end by the remaining element. Ponder that thought. And as I close, I will close with scripture. Revelations chapter 17, verse 5 says, the mystery of Babylon, the great, the mothers of harlots, of the abominations of the earth. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I marveled with great amazement. Study that. My greatest scriptures that I would like to share with you is chapter 21 in the book of Revelations, verse 8. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the sexual immorals, pedophiles, rapists, murderers, and all liars should have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. For there to be a second death, there must be a first. Thank you for joining me here at the HOB and understanding the world on how it ends with the elements of life, and that mankind will never end, only an age will lay waste. Once again, may the awakening be with you.